in a cold sweat, ghost in my rear view. Then on whispers, thoughts heavy like mildew. Leather seats pristine, eerie gleam off the chrome. New car smell, haunted like it's not my own. Gravel crunches, tires move through the haze. Street lamps flicker, shadows caught in a maze. Engines purr sinister, heartbeat through my chest. Driving through paranoia, soul can't find rest. Riding in the dark, new car smell divine. But there's something chilling, can't tell the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and grime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time. Pedal to metal, speed ain't got no cure. Specters in the dashboard, motives impure. Ghost stories whispered backseat confessions. New whips got history, leave my mind in sessions. Jericho walls closing, nightmares on the street. When house eerie pavement full of deceit. Chrome guard, royal grill sneers back at your soul. New car smells spooky, takes its toll. Riding in the dark, new car smell divine. But there's something chilling, can't tell the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and grime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time. Riding in the dark, new car smell divine. But there's something chilling, can't tell the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and grime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time. Bleeding through time. Pedal to metal, speed ain't got no cure. Specters in the dashboard, motives impure. Ghost stories whispered, backseat confessions. New whips got history, leave my mind in sessions. Jericho walls closing, nightmares on the street. Ring house, eerie pavement full of deceit. Chrome guard, royal grill sneers back at your soul. New car smells spooky, takes its toll. Riding in the dark, new car smell divine. But there's something chilling, can't tell the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and grime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time.
New car smell. Something new, something old. An unexpected purchase with extras. The smell is the least of the problems. First drives are the worst. First draft, 5/10/2019. A short movie script written by Lisa Nagan. An estimate of 20-30 pages for bulk of the script. 1 page. This page 1 or 2 page credits. Around 6 pages of pre-production document and 20 to 30 minutes long for the overall length of the short movie. Scripture, short film, fictional genres, fantasy, horror, adventure. Overall description: an ordinary guy buys a new pre-owned car. While driving home he is transported into a new reality. A reality that overlays different dimensions and forces him to be trapped in his new vehicle. Timeline storyboard of the short film, opening credits. Scene 1 Act 1 Opening introduction scene. Scene 2 Act 1 The first drive leads to something going wrong. Scene 3 Act 2 Trapped in a new dimension. Scene 4 Act 2 Experiencing a town in the dimension. Scene 5 Act 2 Thinking and planning. Scene 6 Act 2 Traveling to find solutions and answers. Scene 7 Act 3 Approaching answers. Scene 8 Act 3 The final sounds of main character, Stan. Ending credits. Pre-production planning documents. Opening credits. Sound 1, opening title music. Fade in. Sound 1, opening title music. Black screen for a few seconds to begin with. Fade in, a car quickly drives past on a road past the screen in the dimension. Interior of dimensional enemy's car filming back of the head of someone driving in the dimension. Dimensional enemy. Cut to, a black screen and fade in. Text slowly 10 seconds. The name of the movie in heading text fades in and appears on the screen for 8 seconds. New car smell. Fade out the heading of the movie title slowly 8 seconds to a black screen. Then fade in the new text with this quote 6 seconds. An attempt at visualizing the fourth dimension: take a point, stretch it into a line, curl it into a circle, twist it into a sphere, and punch through the sphere. Albert Einstein. Fade in flames or interesting special effect in the background transparent behind the quote. Fade out the text slowly to black screen about 6 seconds. End of sound 1, opening title music. End of opening credits. Scene 1 Act 1 opening introduction scene. Cut 2, sound 2, opening background music. Black screen for about 5 seconds and fade in sound 2, opening background music. Int ext friend S car and seller S house on a suburban street. Fade in, rented car or someone else's nice looking car. Friend S car pulls up in front of a suburban house filmed as a wide shot. Close up shot of the main character grabbing phone and parcel, not showing face just yet. Close up in the driver's seat of friend looking at main character's direction in the car. Friend's somewhat concerned face. First dialogue. Are you sure you want this car? Shot of back seat of POV shot of friend looking at main character revealing main character's face for the first time. Main character explaining intentions of the purchase. I do not need a fancy car like you, this car will be enough to get me to A and B. And sometimes see friend telling the main character how it is. Fair enough, can't have two fancy cars parked where we live. Friend gets out of car, wide shot from outside, main character seen still in the car. The main character gets out of from the back seat, shot to outside facing away from the house, stepping to the road. Friend looking over his car. Well, good luck. Let me know if you break down on the way home. Main character a laugh then an honest face. Haha, if I do, I will owe you one. Friend reminding the main character, but it is not a big deal. You already owe me one for driving you here. See you back home. Friend gets back into his car and drives away, wide shot then. Horizontal on the road of the car driving away from the shot. End of sound 2, opening background music. Front wide shot of seller's house showing front door and shed and maybe the curb of the road in the center of the frame. The main character takes one deep breath and moves to the front door in the same wide shot. The main character clicks the doorbell and has a unique bell sound. Shot of the main character and the door swinging open to reveal the face of the assumed seller. Seller sussing the main character out. You must be the one who wants to buy my car. Main character answering the seller's question. Yes, the Maroni Falcon Ford sedan. The seller steps outside, closing the door behind him, different filming angle, and then says. Seller showing main character the pre-owned vehicle. Well, let us go take a look at it then. Seller steps around main character towards the garage and main character follows him. Seller opens the garage door to reveal the desired car main character wants to purchase. Interested facial expressions. Seller informing the main character of the relevant information. All the documentation that I mentioned are in the glove department. And the only issue is the brake pads are due for a replacement soon. The seller pulls out keys from his pocket and then points and clicks a button connected to the keychain at the pre-owned car. Then a close-up shot of door locks going up from the outside. Seller body language suggesting for the main character to sit. Go on, have a seat. Main character nods in agreement, gets into the front seat of the car and looks around. Cutting to a POV shot. The main character places the parcel next to him on the passenger's seat and turns back to the seller. Seller hands over the vehicle's keys and main character takes it from him. Done quickly without looking at each other. Then the seller opens the front bonnet of the car, film from inside bonnet facing seller, plus a clicking sound when opens. Seller yells out to main character. Start the engine. The main character puts keys in exhaustion and turns it. Close up, side shot filmed outside of the pre-owned car turning on with the sound of the engine ticking over. The main character nods his head to himself in approval, shot of upper torso and inside the pre-owned car. Then looks at the radio and sees that it reads code on its screen, cut to a close-up shot of the radio screen. Main character asking seller a question. Do you have the code for the radio? Seller explaining to main character. Nah, was like that when I first got this car. Just go to the car dealer of this brand of car and they will give you the code for it. Main character agreeing with seller. Alright, makes sense. Main character takes all the documents out of the glove department and picks up his parcel. The main character gets out of the pre-owned car and stands beside the seller to look at the front bonnet of the pre-owned car. The main character quickly looks over the documents with the seller giving him a quick glance. Seller trying to complete the deal. Does everything seem to be in order? Main character looking at documents and then paying the seller. Seems good to me. Here is your payment. The main character passes the parcel to the seller, shot from the main character's perspective. The seller takes it, opens it up to pull out many $100 notes, Australian dollar notes used for props in this scene. He puts the front bonnet down, sound of bonnet closing, and counts the money in tens on top of the pre-owned car. Then he faces the main character and holds out his hand to signal for a handshake. Seller excited to sell his pre-owned car. So, do we have a deal? The main character shakes his hand, shot showing the shake at waist level. No faces in the shot. Main character close-up shot of the main character looking confident. It's a deal. The seller then pulls out a pen and a bit of paper from his pocket and then writes on it using the top of the pre-owned car again. Handing the paper to the main character, he says. Seller handing note to main character. Here is my number. Just in case you need to call me. Shot of note handed to the main character in the center of the screen and main character's hand reaching out on the opposite side of the shot. Fade out, end of Scene 1 Act 1 Opening Introduction Scene. Scene 2 Act 1 The first drive leads to something going wrong. Sound 3 New car driving montage song. Int ext, new pre-owned car, along empty roads returning home. Cut to, empty road, low shot out in the country, open road on a sunny day. Fade in. Sound 3 New car driving montage song. First drive of new pre-owned car montage, 1 minute long, open to improvisation. The new pre-owned car drives past. Close up as possible, filmed from the outside. Extending from empty road, low shot out in the country, open road on a sunny day. Main character face. Shot through the front window screen, suction cup on front bonnet. Pointing at the driver. Moving rotating, wheel shot using the suction cup mount, GoPro on the side of the pre-owned car. Fast side shot from outside along the road, capture clouds and interesting stuff in the background. Drive past civilian cars from one lane to another, filmed from outside the car from another civilian car or out on the road. Shot filming back of driving the pre-owned car, following car, filming with the suction cup mount facing forwards. Shot from driving. Extra car recording driving the pre-owned car on an angle crossing railway track in traffic and or extra. Driving over hills. In the country, show slopes and moving shots of the car driving. Driving in between empty paddocks, empty fields shown in the background or dirt roads, shortcuts. Slow zoom in with a shot going through windy roads far in the distance. Special video effects added. End of first drive of new pre-owned car montage, 1 minute long, open to improvisation. End of sound 3, new car driving montage song, fade out sound at the end of the song. Cut to, close-up shot of main character's face through the side windscreen filmed from outside, may need the use of the suction cup mount, GoPro. Interior shot from the side of the main character sighing to himself, sad face, facial expressions, pre-owned car moving through the windows. Main character moving in the background shot from the interior, voiceover. After all that driving, I really need a break. If I stop I can fuel up before I get home and get something to eat. Shot from interior, seeing that there is a gas station within some miles on a sign along the road, plenty of usable street size that could be used to film. Main character feeling hungry, voiceover. I could go for a sausage roll right now. Shot of main character reaching a civilian's car in front of him and then following from behind, shot from outside of a third extra car. A slight hissing sound fades in as the main character is shown in the driver's seat within the interior. He does not notice it at first. Shot of the main character looking around the area near the radio to locate the source of the hissing, noticing the hissing. The main character close-up shot of looking skeptical, facial expressions, and turn head back to driving. The main character reaches random knobs and turns them completely left with one hand and the other steering the pre-owned car. Filmed from passenger's seat. The hissing sound changes by fading in and out while only slightly hissing. The main character has eyes on the road while this change happens. Main character thinking about the radio, voiceover. Do not tell me I am going to have to deal with this until I get this car checked out. The main character presses the button that winds down the window a bit to cancel out the hissing sound. Cue wind sound from outside and moving pre-owned. Outside shot of a civilian's car indicating as it drove on the other side of the road to pass main character and then return to the same lane driving past. Or filmed from a third car. Driver seat shot direct at main character driving in the driver's seat. Interior shot of the suction cup mount pointing at the driver. Sound 4, something goes wrong. The song for sound 4, something goes wrong, fades into the background. Main character's eyes are still on the road. Close-up shot of the radio still fading in and out, slightly hissing until it completely comes to a stop. Slowly zoom into the radio with on one of main characters showing, and when the sound comes to a complete stop, the zooming stops in its place. The main character quickly has a glance at radio and returns eyes to the road. Camera turn the same way how the main character did it. Concerned facial expression. Close-up shot of radio screen lighting up with color video effect and now no sound to build suspense. Also this shot in a key part of sound 4, something goes wrong, shot from the back seat with the radio light in the center of the screen. Main character still not taking it seriously until suddenly a conversation through the radio plays between two people. The voices are hard to understand or hear. Distorted sounding. This catches the main character's attention and he serves on the road as it hits but remains control of the car. Shot from outside. Shot of main character taking glances at the radio in attempting to understand the voices. In frustration, the main character makes a concerned, frustrated face and then pulls up the window to listen to the radio better. Cancel sound of wind. Voice from the radio moving shot with gimbal in the interior of the pre-owned car, voiceover. Stan. Main character, Stan, confused and curious, facial expression shot, thinks it very quickly, voiceover. Stan, did the radio just say my name? Shot from the front bonnet, front passenger side facing the main character, Stan on an angle pressing buttons on the radio with his other hand still driving. The hissing from the radio begins to sound more intense and main character, Stan, stops pressing buttons. Interior shot. Main character, Stan, takes deep breaths and is trying to keep calm. Interior shot. Shot of looking behind in front driver's seat and light outside becoming brighter. Video effect. blurs and bright colors. Main character, Stan pushes the indicator button signally to pull over close-up of the indicator and hand with a click sound. Shot of the main character, Stan slowly pressing down on the brakes at his feet close up and may need light for a quality shot. The pre-owned car continues to move at a greater speed from the outside still shot tripod set up a bit far away from the road. Main character, Stan looks confused and scared as the car seemed like it was driving itself, hands loosely grabbing steering wheel. Shot of two civilian cars from outside approaching each other in the same opposite lane of the main character. They become transparent in the bright light and drive straight through each other. Main character, Stan tugging at the wheel to turn, but the car continues to drive straight without main character, Stan's control. Main character, Stan trying to remain in control. Shit. Shot of the main character, Stan raising hand up off the wheel as the light becomes more intense, interior shot and looking at a car moving past him in the other lane. Feet of the main character, Stan raised off the pedals, may need light for better 4K video quality. Shot of exterior with mass bright light and the car continuing to move forward with the main character, Stan's arms and feet raised up. Brightest shot in the interior of the car moving with the main character, Stan's hands still up. The car is transported into a new dimension, moving extra transparent civilian's car shot still ahead with light at its brightest. Cut to, the same road but everything returned to normal with no cars ahead, behind or a mark in the center of the road. Fade out, end of sound 4. Something goes wrong. End of Scene 2 Act 1. The first drive leads to something going wrong. Scene 3 Act 2 Trapped in a new dimension. Cut to, int ext, new pre-owned car and on a non-active road in a new dimension. Cue video effects. Sound 5 in a new dimension. Song that builds suspense. Song must be low enough when the dialogue is said while being loud in the parts with no dialogue. The car makes a complete stop on the road in a new dimension. Video effects in the background for the rest of the shots. Outside shot in the new dimension of a transparent car approaching and driving past a stopped pre-owned car. Roof shot facing forward in the new dimension along the road. Suction cup mount on the roof. Interior front shot of the main character, Stan with eyes wide open looking around in disbelief. Then a transparent car is coming in the lane behind of main character, Stan's pre-owned car. Front rear mirror shot. Outside shot of the transparent car driving fast, but a second transparent car comes out of nowhere from and follows it. Filming from the back window of a still pre-owned car, you see a second car drive through the first car. Special transparent video effect. Main character, Stan unbuckles his belt and pulls at the door to open it. Clicking sound for the belt unbuckling. The second shot of the main character panicking with the first transparent car close to hitting the pre-owned interior shot. Outside shot of the first car going through the main character, Stan's pre-owned car with the second car passing through its second. The front driver's seat of a second car driving away ahead of him shot from the front bonnet of the car, suction cup mount. Main character, Stan questioning the reality of the new dimension. Voiceover. What the hell was that? I cannot breathe. It is so dry. This place does not look real. Main character, Stan pulls something out of the glove department. Not showing what it is until. Close up of main character, Stan holding up a bottle half full of water. Transparent water bottle with some sort of logo. Then close up of the main character, Stan looking at the half-filled bottle, confused and heavy breathing face expressions. Main character, Stan dehydrated reaction. Voiceover. I want this water really bad. I must be dehydrated. My mouth is starting to get dry. But, if I drink this, I'll need to pee. Main character, Stan puts the bottle back into a glove department. Just hand and bottle in the shot. Outside shot in the dimension of the main character, Stan's parked pre-owned car is still parked in the middle of the road. The main character, Stan staring into the distance. Main character, Stan finding his bearings voiceover. There are bigger problems I got now. I will need that water bottle later. First, where am I? The main character tries to open the side door with no effect, including moving the latch with one hand and pressing the key button to the car at the same time. Outside shot to show the pressing of the key button and trying to open latch. Main character, Stan thinking he is hallucinating voiceover. I gotta be tripping. Main character, Stan tries again to open the side door with no effect. Close up of shaking latch and door frame. Gets out of his seat and tries the back seat doors and the front passenger seat with no effect. 360 shot filmed from the outside, and main character, Stan looks confused as he says this to himself. Main character, Stan wanting to try something voiceover. Okay. I'll try turning the car back on. The main character uses the key in the exhaustion and the car turns on with the engine turning over in the middle of the road. Outside shot of pre-owned car. Shot of the main character, Stan nodding in approval after the engine turning on. In the shot cue engine turning on sound. Then turns to bash at the electronic window buttons in the center console to no effect. Interior bird's eye shot. Clicks the buttons on the radio and everything around it to test if they are still working. Only hand in the close-up shot. For a third time, he tries the driver's door and doors not open or budge an inch. Filmed at an interesting angle. Not done yet. This results in the main character, Stan slamming his fists against the wheel very hard. Use the natural sound of that. Breathing quickly. A shot of his foot slowly puts pressure on the acceleration pedal. Slow mo to build suspense. Outside shot of the car slowly moving forward along the current empty road. Film low on the ground showing wheels in the center of the screen. Shot of the main character, Stan slightly chuckling to himself in relief. Interior shot. The pre-owned car reaches a higher speed and then drives away from the spot he was transported to. End of sound. 5 In a New Dimension song that builds suspense. Song must be low enough when the dialogue is said while being loud in the parts with no dialogue. Cut to, sound 6, First Drive in Dimension montage song. First Drive in the New Dimension montage 1 minute long, open to improvisation. Long wide shot car driving along road, empty road in the Dimension world somewhere that complements the Dimension video effect on the video. Front shot of a mountain in the distance on the road as the car drives forward. GoPro suction cup mount facing forwards while driving. Driving past the screen on top of cliffs between Puaung and Nura Road from the outside. Still shot on the tripod. Shot driving looking down the cliffs from inside and or outside the car. Moving shot. Interior shot of the main character, Stan smoking on an electronic cigarette. Side interior shot, close up. Back shot of pre-owned car leaving mountain and cliffs behind the moving car. GoPro, suction cup mount facing backwards. End of First Drive in the New Dimension montage 1 minute long, open to improvisation. End of sound 6, First Drive in Dimension montage song. Cut to, a small town is seen from a distance from the front driver's seat. GoPro, suction cup mount facing forwards. Shot of a sign name of the town with the pre-owned car driving past. Moving shot. Int ext, pre-owned car and a small town. Victoria, Australia. Main character, Stan can see both transparent people and cars while seeing normal people and cars. Still shot filmed from the roadside of pre-owned car driving, overlay many effects in the frame. Main character, Stan does a 3-point park in between two parked cars along the somewhat busy street. Filmed on the street side. End of Scene 3 Act 2 Trapped in a New Dimension. Scene 4 Act 2 Experiencing a town in the dimension. Cut to, Sound 7, Exploring the town. Fade in, shot of civilian car driving past from a shot on the still roof, parked in the lane at the town. Main character, Stan looks out a side window to see an unknown person approaching. Shot from inside the interior. Main character, Stan thinking before saying, close-up interior shot voiceover. Hey. Main character, Stan repeating what the main character Stan just thought to himself, shot from outside the window in close-up. He. Hey. Main character, Stan bangs on the driver's seat window in an attempt to get the civilian's attention shot from outside the window. Main character, Stan attempting to getting the civilian to look shot from outside the window on an angle. Hey. He. The civilian pays no attention to him and pays no attention to him filmed from the interior of the pre-owned car. Main character, Stan concerned tries to open the door and puts his way into it not opening it interior shot. Main character, Stan cursing at the situation not loud. Shit. Shit. Main character, Stan lays back into his seat in frustration closing his eyes and his hands pressed against his face. Fade out, end of Sound 7, exploring the town. Sound 8, alone and trapped song. Fade in, the main character takes breaths in and out to calm down and slowly reopens eyes close up zooming in the shot. He looks around to see if anyone else is coming but it is only civilian cars passing on the road at the current time some are transparent moving on the street. Then he sees someone on the other side of the street walking in front of traffic outside shot. Main character, Stan beeps the horn but a civilian car drives straight through the guy and he makes it to the other side of the street. Interior shot. Main character, Stan amazed to have not started anyone, said under his breath. What? The guy walks on the path close to the main character, Stan's pre-owned car filmed from outside the car. Main character, Stan looks in the other direction and sees another civilian walking along the path in the other direction in symmetrical view. Main character, Stan observes the two casually walk right through each other wide shot to make the video effects good. Then has a scared realization look on his face close-up shot. Instantly main character, Stan starts the car and makes many small forward and backward movements to get out of the parking zone. Cue sound off engine turning on, plus use natural sound for the back and forth movements. Driving away from the small town with half buildings and half empty paddocks both in the shot. Suction cup mouth roof shot. Int ext, in pre-owned car and an interesting parking area. Pulls up on at a parking area where no one is and stops the pre-owned car. Undoes his belts and slams his feet on the wheel and kicks at the ground. Interior shot filmed down from the roof. Main character, Stan blank facial expression to screaming and losing emotional control. Then main character, Stan starts viciously elbowing the window making no dents or cracks find an unused angle. Close-up shot of the main character, Stan looking surprised outside through the window exterior shot. Main character, Stan leans back and starts kicking at the window as hard as he could fake glass in between or gimmick kicks to not break the window. Find another unused angle. Main character, Stan screaming once again. Shot of intensely opening up the center console and throwing everything to the passenger seat just hand and everything else flies out into and out of the screen. Passenger seat console gets open up and thrown into the passenger seat. Documents, somewhat necessary supplies, extra props. Leans to get everything out of the back seat pockets of the front seats of the pre-owned car shot from the back seat interior. Picks some key items from the back seat floor not clearly seen yet in the frame. Shot of eyeing the piled items on the front passenger's seat POV, point of view. Very slowly picks up a weapon crowbar, stick with a hook, various tools or props could be used, just hand in the shot. Interior shot of holding a weapon and face looking at it camera POV shot of weapon, spin in hand. Takes in deep breaths as the close-up shot slowly zooms in towards main character, Stan's face intense facial expression. Starts gimmick smashing the window with no cracks, 1 or 2 angles. Shot from outside slowly moving towards the smashing. Stops and stares at the undamaged window, zoom in to signal disbelief, interior shot. Shot of the main character, Stan freaking out, emotional freak out, interior shot, extended seconds to end the scene. Fade out, end sound 8, alone and trapped song. End of scene 4 Act 2 experiencing a town in the dimension. Scene 5 Act 2 thinking and planning. Cut to, shot of the sun going down in the dimensional world from the outside, time-lapse video, shot from a tower downwards if can. Main character, Stan laying back in the seat with glare from the sun, shot carefully avoiding unnecessary glare from the sun. Then time-lapse shot of the moon moving across the sky in the dimension, nighttime outside shot. Outside shot of the pre-owned car with the sun slowly rising in the dimensional world, distorted effect with the dimension video effects. Shot of main character, Stan waking up and stretching slowly, 360 moving shot filmed from the outside. Realization kicks in and his body language changes to panicked facial expressions, interior shot. Main character, Stan overwhelmed thinking about it, close-up shot voiceover. Think man, think. Main character, Stan pulls out a medium-sized notepad and pulls the pages back to reveal an empty page. Other pages are either notes, symbols, designs, diagrams or more. Plus I have a hardcover notebook that looks cool that could also be used as the prop. Looks for a pen to write with hand. First shot reaching into the pile of stuff beside him from the driver's seat. Finds one under the seat, shot that sticks out from a back seat filmed from the front seat to the back floor. Starts to draw a curved circle on the notepad. Camera is slowly zooming out from the page and the circle being drawn. Pauses to think about what he is doing with the notepad in the shot from inside the pre-owned car. First, he draws the straightest possible line he could, horizontal and then vertical, meeting each other at a 90-degree angle. Close up. Then main character, Stan draws an overlapping curved circle on the white page filmed at a different angle, close up. To then draw a cross between the two curves on the page. Camera is slowly zooming into the page, close up on a different angle. Main character, Stan attempting to understand, dialogue shot voiceover. How can I explain this? The main character pauses and then throws the notepad behind him, making a small thud sound out of sight. Sound 9, radio message. Suddenly once again the radio starts hissing as sound 9, radio message fades in the background. Close up shot on an angle. Shot of the main character, Stan turning directly at the radio, making a face wanting to know what it is about to say. Sound 9, radio message song, and remains in the background in a low tone. Close-up shot of the radio screen, glowing video effect to make it seem like it is slightly shaking. Different angle shot of the radio hissing and glowing. Main character, Stan not in shot frame. Main character, Stan talking to the radio. Just speak already. Tell me what is going on. The glow of the screen flickers in the center of the frame. Close up. Main character, Stan leans back and softly kicks at the radio built in the interior of the car. Different angle pointing at radio. This makes the radio sounds hiss in and out, and main character, Stan sits back in his seat. Interior shot. Radio, each word is spoken by a different voice, different sounding tones. Help. You. Free one, safety is where you are. I need help, stay in the light, give me some of your light, his coming, there are no guides, the further you go the closer you get to what's next. Stan. No one wants to be here. Then the radio dies with a short explosion, short-circuiting the interior console. Special or practical effect, main character, Stan not in the shot. End of sound 9, radio message. Main character, Stan carefully taps at the screen in a panic. Just the tip of the fingers. Then it is revealed to hear the engine turn over, capture natural sound of the engine turning over with a slight distortion. Tests the pedal close-up shot and slightly moves forward outside shot, either 1 or 2 shots. Main character, Stan longing for home. Home. End of Scene 5 Act 2 Thinking and Planning. Scene 6 Act 2 Traveling to find solutions and answers. Cut to, int ext, in the pre-owned car, and driving through city Melbourne area and or suburbs. Overhead shot on a bridge of pre-owned car driving past below in the center of the frame, still shot on one side and moving shot to film pre-owned car driving over the other side. Sound 10, short driving montage driving past city. Fade in, short driving montage driving past city 1 minute or less, open to improvisation. A interior shot moving in a lot of traffic on highway, pan left to right, use the gimbal with the GoPro. B roof shot of moving into the city somewhere with tall building around. C driving past some sort of landmark and or landmarks, 1 or 2 angles. D following car shot recording from a second car outside of cars stuck in slow moving traffic, capture natural sound. E outside shot with some civilian cars driving over each over becoming transparent, needs to be a still shot to add in the dimension video special effects. F main character, Stan driving over a bridge and cars driving through the moving pre-owned car filmed on a bridge with a walkway. G close-up shot of taking a deep breath and then an outside shot of pre-owned car driving through transparent civilian vehicles. H shot interior driving away from tall city buildings while fading out through the back window. Fade out, end of short driving montage driving past city 1 minute or less, open to improvisation. End of sound 10, short driving montage driving past city. Fade out sound 10, short driving montage driving past city. Cut to, pulls over on the side of the road with a house's curb but not the house in frame, low shot from the road. Shot of house with friend's car parked in their driveway. The number of the house is shown in this shot. Interior shot. Main character, Stan looking excited seeing friend's car inside of car facing driver's seat, upper torso, close up. Then back at the house, friend walks out of the front door to the car and then uses a clicker to open his car. Add in the slightest beep sound for the car opening up from inside. Main character, Stan's pre-owned car outside shot moving until stop to shot pre-owned car. Main character, Stan beeps at the horn and hits at the window to get his attention. Act desperately, outside through the front windscreen. Friend gets into a car and starts the exhaustion. Add friend's car turning on sound, outside shot. Main character, Stan beeps the horn again from the driver's seat shot with a spin, exterior shot. Inside shot of friend's car reversing out and then driving past main character, Stan not noticing the main character, Stan at all. Main character, Stan watching shocked. Main character, Stan voiceover monologue, the camera slowly zooms in as he thinks his dialogue. That is the straw that broke the camel's back. There is not much time left to do something. It just keeps getting weirder after every turn. Licks at his lips, sigh, my stomach demands food while my mind is shook. How am I supposed to find a solution when nothing makes sense to what I have been told? Is what I am seeing even real anymore? If the radio tells me something one more time, I am going to freak out. And no one is going to hear me. Why me? There was still much more I needed to do in this life. Clears his thought. Main character, Stan voiceover, continued from how far it zoomed in, start slowly zooming out. Never thought I would be considering a suicide note or simply a message that I am not going to make it. Whoa, I have been talking to myself for a while now. Maybe because I am distracting myself from a choice I will have to make soon. Just do not think about it, keep on fighting. You were cursed when you stepped in this car, your choices made this your destiny, fate has cursed you to die young. Shut up. Shut up. Turns his head to stare outside. Shot filmed from outside, about to speak again to finish monologue. Main character, Stan feeling isolated and repeating himself, zooming slightly in and out. I am alone in this universe, and that has been my reality for a very long time. I am alone in this universe, and that has been my reality for a very long time. I am alone in this universe, and that has been my reality for a very long time. Outside, driving away, still shot away from friend's house. Main character, Stan shaking his head at the start of the cut, shot just enough to see the back of his head, and then it moves away. Fade out to black screen. End of scene 6 Act 2. Traveling to find solutions and answers. Scene 7 Act 3, approaching answers. Cut to, int ext in and outside the pre-owned car and traveling through various roads with an unknown destination. Sound 11, Final Desperation driving montage. Final Desperation driving montage, about 1 minute or less, open to improvisation. Fade in, a close-up shot of above the waist with the moving background in the frame. Body tension is tense while not looking at the camera. Interior shot. B. A close-up of the moving pre-owned car in slow motion, slowly zooming out. Background does not need to be specific. C. Shot of petrol gauge lower than a quarter, zoom in, 6 seconds, shaking video effect. D. Footage of an animal corpse dead along the ground from outside a moving car made with prop material. E. Some of birds in the air from inside the interior of the car. Parked car near located birds, then record and get footage while the pre-owned car is moving. F. Driving over a puddle on a road or off-road track with a splash. Exterior shot if have to make the puddle. There will be large containers needed or some sort of water use. G. Shot of petrol gauge even lower than a quarter, close up and zoom in on an angle, shaking video effect. H. Driving up and then downhill, 2 shots one after another, maybe a transition in between. I. Final shot of the montage of the pre-owned vehicle slowly moving out of frame. Outside, wide shot of pre-owned car coming closer and closer to the camera and past it. Fade out. End of Final Desperation driving montage, about 1 minute or less, open to improvisation. Cut to, main character, Stan's pre-owned car is at its lowest of petrol fuel. Shot on the dashboard shown in the center of frame, mid-range close-up. Main character, Stan shot biting lip looking at low gas indication, both seen in the frame, mid-range close-up. End of sound 11 Final Desperation driving montage. Fade out the sound until completely finished. Front shot of the pre-owned car driving with a second car filming from the back. Bonnet GoPro, suction cup mount. Shot of main character, Stan looking serious as he drives. Interior shot, find an angle. Outside shot with sound as the transmission of the pre-owned car very shortly cuts out while accelerating and returns back to normal. Main character, Stan reaction shot towards the pre-owned car. Interior shot, facial expressions. Outside shot of the pre-owned car slowing down to a slower pace. Main character, Stan voiceover. I still have time. Once again the radio lights up, start slightly hissing again in turn and film on an angle. The main character, Stan POV shot. Main character, Stan jump scare reaction shot. Shit. Main character, Stan scared of the assumed incoming voices from the radio while driving. Voiceover. Not again, not now. Sound 12, prelude to the end. Background music. Main character, Stan is breathing deeply over the fade in of sound 12, prelude to the end. Background music. Interior shot, close-up shot. Drives past a random civilian walking or acting like some sort of zombie. Passing car shot from the outside. Main character, Stan continues to breathe deeply. Close-up moving shot using the gimbal, 3-point stabilizer. Shot in the interior with a horn beeping and main character, Stan looking around behind him, filmed from the back seat. Interior back shot of someone right on his ass in a car looking directly into his eyes, face too dark to see but looking directly at main character, Stan's direction. Shot of the main character, Stan turned around and his eyes wide open for a split second. Outside shot of non-accelerating pre-owned car slowed down and main character, Stan turning back to the road. Feet pushes down on the pedal. Shot may need portable light for better quality image. Interior shot. Outside shot of the main character, Stan's pre-owned car accelerating with the dimensional enemy's car following in the same frame. Then outside shot of the dimensional enemy's car accelerating forward and gaining speed towards the pre-owned car. Shot of main character, Stan looking to the passenger seat to see the crowbar there and then eyes back to the road. Dimensional enemy's car wheel spinning following the main character, Stan not seen in the shot. Suction cup mount pointing at a dirty moving wheel. Main character, Stan looks back again to see the dimensional enemy continuing to follow and quickly turning back. POV, point of view. Shot of speed limit above 120 approaching maximum on the interior screen. Shot close up. The front bonnet of dimensional enemy's car just reaching the main character, Stan's pre-owned car back bumper almost hitting it, 75% speed. Suction cup mount pointing forward. Shot of the two cars side by side filmed from the outside and then a shot of the dimensional enemy looking at main character, Stan while both are driving from the interior. Main character, Stan takes a sharp turn into a close road and dimensional enemy follows outside still or moving shot. Main character, Stan looks at the center above rear mirror from the interior of the pre-owned car. Place suction cup mount. Slow mo shot of the dimensional enemy's car following him with no driver in the moving car. Outside shot, for safety reasons. End of sound. 12, prelude to the end. Background music. Fade out sound. Sound. 13, moving action. Dimensional enemy suddenly appears in the front passenger seat and starts hitting main character, Stan a few times. Stall for a couple of seconds before he spawns to build suspense as the sound. 13, moving action hits key. First part. Outside shot on the road of the pre-owned car swerving about, maybe use of gimbal with someone running, getting a smooth moving shot. Back in the pre-owned car. Main character, Stan strikes him back in the upper torso sending the dimensional enemy backwards. Interior shot. Shot from dimensional car. Suction cup mount front through the window of the main character, Stan's pre-owned car swerving and dimensional car making a complete stop. Dimensional enemy stops attacking, moves back in his seat and then teleports through to the back seat of the pre-owned car. Interior still shot. The inside interior on the front windscreen facing main character, Stan's face, dimensional enemy puts main character, Stan in a choke hold. Outside shot of the pre-owned car accelerating over the side of the road onto grass or drivable land, a road with absolute not traffic whatsoever. Main character, Stan sits up and slams back, reverse headbutting the dimensional enemy causing it to release its grip and falls back into the back seat. Interior shot. Pre-owned car driving over grass or drivable land. Outside shot with both characters in the pre-owned car driving past the frame. Outside shot and the pre-owned car getting stuck in the mud and the back wheels fling mud everywhere. Does not hit the camera frame but is visible on the screen. Inside the interior, the dimensional enemy flings forward and main character, Stan gets the dimensional enemy in a headlock and then the dimension enemy teleports out of the shot. Moving shot with extended time. End of sound. 13, moving action. Fade out sound at the end of song. Sound. 14, the end of the chase. Next shot. Main character, Stan takes off seat belt and looks around the empty car. Panicked facial expressions. Instinctively he moves into the back seat to protect himself. POV shot, the main character moving over the center console. Suddenly the radio hisses loudly and lights up in the center of the screen. Jump scare timing when main character, Stan turns around once in the back of the pre-owned car. Main character, Stan's body language is scared from the jump scare and moves to a door side in the back seat. Looking calmer, main character, Stan looks out one of the side windows close up from the outside from the window. Nothing out of the ordinary except the pre-owned car being stuck in the mud. Moving shot, outside shot. Unknown and unnatural sounds. Jump scare, interior shot. A gurgling sound from somewhere around the pre-owned car. Then a second jump scare reaction shot on the roof. Thuds of someone on the roof sounds, close up interior shot. Main character Stan jumps backwards to the other side of the back seat. Interior shot. Moving forward shot with the gimbal. Close-up shot of roof with the foot makeup effects to look either dead, rotten, or skeleton-like. Outside shot. Main character, Stan looking up at the roof and back at the windows. Interior close-up shot. Dimensional sounds. More suspenseful as an arm slowly reaches down to the window. Interior shot from main character, Stan's perspective. Main character, Stan is out of options and accepts the dimensional enemy has him. Facial expressions of fear, close-up zoom out filmed from outside into a window. The arm is long-sleeved on a part of a cloak and is able to reach below the window. Interior shot to build suspense. Main character, Stan in his final confident breath. Be gone, monster. Back away. No more. Click. Sound is clearly heard. Shot of the lockpin shooting up and the assumed long hand of the dimensional enemy disappearing out of frame. Somewhat close-up shot. Relieved main character, Stan breathes heavily with wide eyes looking left to right. Close-up panning shot. Then footsteps are heard on the roof. Cue sounds and a jumping sound with the main character, Stan turning his whole body to see where the dimensional enemy landed. Interior shot. POV point of view shot of the main character, Stan turning his head in that direction to see nothing. Interior shot. Then main character, Stan looks through the back window and the other backseat window to see nothing. Interior shot. Checking the front window, a figure stands far out in the distance looking out into the blurred background. Interior pre-owned car shot. Close-up shot of the main character, Stan leaning over the center console to see the dimensional enemy out in the distance. Zoom in shot. Leans back and takes one deep breath out. Suspense shot, close up. Leans over the center console again to reach for something not shown in the shot just yet. Interior shot, shot from outside the door. The dimensional enemy unlocked. Main character, Stan slowly placing his hand on the latch to try to open the door. Close-up shot. Mid-range interior shot of the door latch opening upwards and making a click. Cue sound. Outside shot on an angle of the unlocked door swinging open for a few seconds. Main character, Stan gets out of the car holding the water bottle that was in the pre-owned car. Different angle outside shot. Looks around the now foggy dimension. Add in video special effects, moving shot to get the visuals, POV point of view. Drinks the entire amount of water in the bottle and throws it to the ground. 10 to 20 seconds close-up shot with the pre-owned car in the background. Main character, Stan yelling at dimensional enemy. Who are you? Why were you attacking me? Dimensional enemy. Close-up shot not responding. Makeup artist needed to show the dead skull look or representation of death, plus wind and foggy effects over dimension video effects. Main character, Stan does not care anymore. Whatever you are, I guess it does not matter. This place is clearly one thing that I shall never understand. Close-up shot of dimensional enemy staring at main character, Stan video effect of some sort of light slightly flashing in his eyes. Dimensional enemy still staring at main character, Stan. Makes gurgling sounds at main character, Stan. Walks past dimensional enemy staring at him as he moving panning shot with the pre-owned car in the background. Moving shot of just his feet moving past on the ground and stops before completely out of frame. Show all necessary special video effects. Stops and starts urinating onto the ground, Follow recording from behind on some sort of angle without showing nudity. Finishes urinating in a short zipping sound, still shot filming from behind without showing nudity. Far out long wide shot of the main character, Stan walks out into the foggy blurry distance, make sure it is visually impressive. End of sound 14, the end of the chase. Fade out, end of scene 7 Act 3 approaching answers. Scene 8 Act 3 the final sounds of main character, Stan. Cut to, sound 15, the final sounds of the main character, Stan. Int, hospital room somewhere else. Fade in, close-up of a heart monitor screen beeping and flashing a line establish that it is not in the dimension anymore. Zoom out from heart monitor to reveal main character, Stan on a hospital bed laying on his back and eyes closed. Heart monitor becomes more fainter and main character, Stan slightly thrashing about on his back moving around the room shot. Friend holding a piece of paper with the seller's phone number on it from close up and behind the note to reveal friend face facing the main character, Stan on the hospital bed. Faint flashing on the heart monitor for about 8 seconds until nothing appears on the screen. Close up shot. Last shot before the ending credits of dead main character, Stan on a hospital bed. If shooting dead face, use makeup effect zooming out shot. And then the hearing of the monitor makes a longer consistent sound until it cuts out close up of the heart monitor. End of sound 15, the final sounds of the main character, Stan. Fade out, and the screen goes to black for a few seconds until the end is written in text fading in and then out of the screen. End of scene 8 Act 3 the final sounds of MC, Stan. Cut to.
Sweat goes to my rear view, phantom whispers, thoughts heavy like mildew. Leather seats pristine, eerie gleam of the chrome. New car smell haunted like it's not my own. Gravel crunches, tires move through the haze. Street lamps flicker, shadows caught in the maze. Engines purr sinister, heartbeat through my chest. Driving through paranoia, soul can't find rest. Riding in the dark, new cars will define. But there's something chilling, can't toe the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and crime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time. Pedal to metal, speed ain't got no cure. Specters in the dashboard, motives impure. Ghost stories whispered, backseat confessions. New whips got history, leave my mind in sessions. Jericho walls closing, nightmares on the street. Wind house, eerie pavement full of deceit. Home gargoyle grill sniffs back at your soul. New car smell spooky, takes its toll. Riding in the dark, new cars will define. But there's something chilling, can't tell the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and crime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time. Bleeding through time. Bleeding through time.
Or your turf yard near the dock. The new car smell divine, but there's something chilling. Can't toe the line. Haunted by purchases, regrets and grime. Luxury a curse, bleeding through time.